The American Republic is facing a crisis of authority that goes far beyond the ballot box. You went to the polls. You voted to secure the border. You voted for the rule of law. Yet right now, a small group of unelected activist judges, what many are calling the black-robe bureaucracy, are attempting a quiet rebellion against the will of the people. In a recent interview with Megyn Kelly, Vice President J.D. Vance exposed this legal machinery of the deep state. Today, we're breaking down how the administration plans to confront and shut down this judicial interference in order to protect the country. This isn't just about immigration. It's about one fundamental question: who is actually running America? J.D. Vance pointed to a reality the mainstream media works overtime to hide: the systematic weaponization of district courts. When the Trump-Vance administration issues executive orders to begin mass deportations, left-wing NGOs don't just file lawsuits, they engage in forum shopping. They deliberately seek out the most extreme liberal jurisdictions in the country, hunting for a judge willing to issue a nationwide injunction that freezes federal policy. Vance explained to Megyn Kelly that this is a mathematical assault on democracy. Think about it. A single judge in a single city can effectively veto the decision of the President of the United States. According to Vance, activist judges are twisting the law to suggest that once an illegal immigrant sets foot on American soil, the government somehow loses the right to remove them. That interpretation is completely fabricated, and it's designed to produce permanent lawlessness. Another explosive moment in the interview focused on temporary protected status. Vance was blunt. Temporary means temporary, yet the current judicial system treats it like a lifetime entitlement funded by American taxpayers. He cited a specific case involving Haitian migrants, where a judge argued that ending TPS was not based on the law, but on racism. Vance's response was a masterclass in legal reasoning. The administration, he said, is doing nothing more than enforcing the law exactly as Congress wrote it. By ignoring the plain text of the law and ruling based on emotion, these judges are effectively acting as a third chamber of Congress. And Vance made it clear: the administration is done playing defense. These cases are now being taken directly to the Supreme Court.
The legal battle is only one front. J.D. Vance's interview exposed an even darker side of this war: physical resistance playing out on America's streets. We've all seen the headlines out of Minneapolis. But what Vance revealed to Megyn Kelly takes the sanctuary city crisis to an entirely new level. Vance exposed a disturbing reality in Minnesota. Local law enforcement officers are being ordered by hard-left mayors to refuse any cooperation whatsoever with federal agencies, and it doesn't stop there. In many cases, Vance revealed, federal agents aren't just trying to deport criminals. They're trying to protect themselves from hostile mobs that surround them during arrests. This is the deep state operating at the local level. Vance also called out the media's role in fueling this chaos, specifically naming figures like Don Lemon. His response was historic. Vance exposed the hypocrisy of Washington. The media portrays deportations as cruelty, while completely ignoring rising crime rates and the crushing burden placed on local resources. In reality, the media functions as the emotional shield for activist judges, another enforcement arm of the deep state. So how does the Trump-Vance administration plan to win this war? Vance laid out a strategy he calls defund and defeat. The first step is cutting off the money. If a city refuses to comply with federal law, the federal government has every right to suspend the grants flowing to that city. The second step is a direct federal response. Vance made it clear, if local police refuse to assist, the administration will increase the presence of federal marshals to ensure the law is enforced. J.D. Vance is shaping up to be the most anti-deep state vice president in modern history. He's not just a politician, he's a prosecutor against a corrupt system. He's sending a clear message to activist judges and sanctuary mayors. Your time is up. The Constitution is not a suggestion. It is the supreme law of the land. Now we want to hear from you. Is J.D. Vance right to challenge these judges? Should the federal government cut funding to defiant sanctuary cities? Drop your thoughts in the comments and subscribe to the channel to stay informed about the truths the mainstream media doesn't want you to hear.